open the floor up if you guys have concerns. And then we'll jump right into it because we do have quite a bit to get through.
You're like cutting out every once in a while.
Am I? Like noise gate is cutting me off, or
Yeah, you're getting quiet, and then you're being silent during the middle of your sentences.
Oh, probably because the microphone wasn't as far over as it usually is.
Yeah, it sounds like a noise gate thing.
Mm-hmm.
That might fix it. Let's see. But I'll still go ahead and open the mic settings and see if maybe I can foodle with it a little bit. Oh, that's why. Is that any better?
It seems so.
Okay. I can also make it a bit louder if I need to. Yeah, it was on the default mic instead of going through the actual voice meter for some reason.
Gotcha.
Mm.
I don't know why Windows does this, but it does it all the damn time.
Yeah.
Change one little thing, and then all of a sudden, nothing works. And I haven't even put the new hard drive in yet. Oh, I'm sure I'll have to deal with it all again.
You're gonna anger the hardware gods.
Oh, I'm just looking forward to the inevitability of it saying, hey, you need to re-enter your Windows key because you changed one little piece of hardware. I'm amazed it didn't do it whenever I had to reseat the CPU. Make sure I have all of my info. Okay, I think I'm good to go if you guys are, so...
Ready.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, one of my dice is on a 1. Stop it. There. That's much better. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a recap of what happened last session, what you guys remember, just usual standard fare, and then from there we will go ahead and jump into things.
All right. So a bunch of people met in a bar, basically. The port city of Polara, a bunch of us higher level adventurers meet up in a tavern called the Bow and Ribbon, in which we are responding to a missive calling out for adventurers that meet specific certifications to journey to the end of the world, essentially. And that's where a bunch of us met up together. Still not exactly sure what everybody's thing is, but we have a weird face con man guy who seems to change his identity with everybody. We have a weird crow man that seems to have some affinity towards magic and is also the like apprentice or accompanying assistant to a great cook. We have a literal equestrian muscle in a giant
Equestrian muscle.
in a giant centaur who is very, very strong and maybe a little not all there intellectually. And then we have my character, the Navigator, who is kind of a downtrodden looking dragonborn with I guess just the skills to get us there.
Aren't you also the historian?
And the historian. Yep. That's right.
So next. Who's next?
All
I think
right.
Homer's next.
Yeah, I didn't take as good notes as I normally do for Greyhawk, so I'll try to remember as best I can. Yeah, so we met the courier and our other. I did write down their names somewhere. Robert
I have 'em.
Bobson, the chaplain, Ferric Irongold, the accountant, and who's a dwarf. And then there's Twillo, I think.
Oh, the Twin Blade, yeah.
Twillo Twinblade.
Ferric is the dwarf.
Yes. Yeah, so we met our other companions. We're going to be traveling to the legendary fortress of Kelgrin, and we're going to stop at Tossin's village on the island of Misfits somewhere along the way. It's like our first stop. After sort of introductions and spending the night to a room, we woke up and got, during the day, we went out to get provisions. We were told by the courier they would cover what we needed, but, so we'll have to present basically an expense report afterwards. Then we got attacked by some bandits after us, who we felled without much difficulty, killed a lot of them, but a couple escaped, and then came back with the city guard and dressed as the city guard. So we were asked to surrender. I tried to use a spell to help us escape, but it got eaten by the captain's sword, the blue magic sword, and then we got thrown in irons and placed in jail, and I'll let someone else go from there.
While we were imprisoned, we were informed it would take 2 weeks to process us and hear our side of the story. Ding, our lovely burglar, decided to I don't know what the term would be since it didn't go too well.
Lift.
Well, traditionally, a burglar would break and enter, but in this case, it was more of a break and exit.
Well, I'm talking more of he tried to trick the guard and then got into a tussle, I suppose. And
Let's
attempted
just say, let's say he forgot himself in the moment.
and during the fray, he attempted to steal a key from the guard, which went about as well as the tussle did. Thinking quickly, the con man also tried to steal the key while the guard was a bit flustered from the situation, and that almost went poorly too. But the luck of the die, thankfully, let everyone get out of their cells and try and formulate a plan to escape. Unfortunately, that did lead into a conflict with some other guards, and through multitudes of spell casting the same spell over and over, which seemed to keep working for whatever reason, managed to get all the guards into the previous cells and go and find our gear in another room, eventually escaping into the ethereal plane.
You passing it off to me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We were able to will ourselves all back to the bow and ribbon. And after taking a long rest there in the ethereal plane, Ding showed us how to get out of the ethereal plane and back into the real world, where we met back up with the courier and said that we kind of needed to get the heck out of Dodge because we had pissed off the city guardsmen and escaped. but it seems that the courier was already aware of it and said that we quote unquote weren't done. So Ding had lifted a small box off of one of the bandits that had attacked us in the alleyway, and using some more magic, he was able to open it without triggering any traps. And inside was a note declaring that we had passed the test sent by the courier and the smallest voices to prove that we were all as capable in our various roles as we had claimed to be. So from there, we were able to, finish finish putting the supplies on the ship, which is the Express, owned by the city of Polera that we're in, and we have set off on our journey to the far north, and we're going to be traveling for about a month before we reach our pit stop at the island of Misfits. For resupply.
Okay. So is that the gist of things then? Everybody feels sufficiently recapped?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I think so.
Okay.
I can go over Kelgrin's fortress a little bit more if anybody didn't remember that. No? Okay, that's fine.
Okay. All right. So picking up where we left off, you guys were finishing up supplying. You were getting ready to set forth on the Express. Before you leave Polara, do any of you have anything else you need to do in town?
Well, I think we had already all finished our shopping
Mhm.
prior to the event with the bandits. Like, it had already been several days while we were in town. So, unless
Right.
Seamus wants to swindle anyone else or attempt to do so before we go.
I need
Well,
to know
there
how much a
were-
potion of water walking would be.
Rather, if you can find one.
Oh, that too.
Okay, let's see. Certainly assist you.
I guess I would be an alchemist. I would have to do that special, right?
Yes, you would need to be able to find somebody who is actually capable of making potions.
I would go along for negotiations as well for bartering.
Okay.
That's the one thing I couldn't find as a general item.
Sure. So let's say that you do encounter a capable brewer of magical potions. You step into the shop. It's let's say a squat little like ancient human, just as stooped as her pots are bent. Wants to know what it is that you're looking for. And so when you tell her that you're looking for a potion of water walking, she scoffs and says, "There's no such thing."
Okay.
Says that she can brew you a potion that will allow you to breathe underwater, but not one that would let you walk on it.
Okay. I can't remember as a player if there is what I've even asked for.
No, there isn't.
Okay. How much okay, I would just inquire how much that would be then.
Well, instead, you might look for a scroll of water walking.
Okay. That would make sense. Sure.
That I'm not sure. Let's see what level spell is.
I don't know.
Second or third.
Oh, it's not even that high.
It is a third level.
.5e spellcasting services.
Oh, right. I literally have a character in our main thing that can do this.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about it completely.
Yeah, I know I can use that spell. So
Hmm. Is remove curse a third level spell?
I believe so because I'm
is.
pretty sure that I have it.
Hmm.
Why doesn't it? Oh, it's a scroll.
It
That's
is
why.
100% third level.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, a single scroll of water walk would be 135 gold pieces.
35. Okay. So with all this talk about what I'm looking for, would Ding know that he can perform this magic?
Mm-hmm.
Would he say anything about it?
I believe he did last time.
I would say something about it for sure.
You would say something about it?
If you made it clear that that's what you were looking for, yeah.
Okay.
Should we still buy potions of water breathing as a worst case if we need to
See,
dive
this is
for
what I'm
whatever
kind of
reason?
wondering now, is that we don't necessarily even need the water walk. Really?
I mean,
But
do you really want to swim the entire way there?
No, I just mean we don't need the squirrels because he can do it.
Yep.
But the underwater breathing might be something to look into. I'm gonna quickly look it up here myself. Breathe underwater until the spell ends, and it lasts for 24 hours. Oh,
That's pretty good. I think that if we were going to get scrolls, we should get that one, and because between between my ring of water walking and Ding actually being able to perform the spell, I don't think we need scrolls for that.
yeah. Would a scroll of water breathing be about the same?
Potion of water breathing.
I'm sorry, what? The
Would
scroll of water breathing being the same as a potion of water breathing?
Oh, I think I stepped over.
Scrolls are
him
more
when he was
expensive
talking.
than potions.
Mm-hmm. So the potion of water breathing is you can breathe underwater for 1 hour. Yeah, I'll take one of those anyways. How much is it?
200 gold pieces.
For the potion?
Yep, it's what I'm reading here.
200, huh? Okay.
Oh, that's what that scroll should have cost as well, actually.
Gotcha. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna trust in Ding being able to help if
Okay.
if shit happens.
Okay.
So I will not.
All right. So with all of your last minute shopping done, and the express ready to set sail, everybody climbs aboard and gets going. Our fearless navigator, Rogar, has already done his role first week. And as I explained last time, basically each week we'll have a navigation check. Each navigation check has a set DC and then a few modifiers based off how the weather ends up being. And then based off your success or failure in that role, that will determine a few things like your ship's health. And if the ship health is, reduced enough, then, the ship would obviously be destroyed or stranded or delayed or something along those lines.
Sure.
But in the meantime, what is everybody else going to be doing on the ship?
Like on a day-to-day basis?
You guys have a month on board this thing.
Well, for the most part, my character would spend the majority probably up on deck, pacing about. But I also did drop a list of questions into Discord over the last week that I'm hoping that maybe we can get to discussing as we travel. Just like questions that would come up in normal conversation about, our mission and whatever.
Okay. I'd say that we could probably cover a couple of those per week, just throughout the terms of full conversation. Anybody else have anything?
Well, Ding's time is going to be spent using control weather and
Right.
preparing meals and sleeping. That's going to
Okay.
take all his time.
Okay, and control weather can modify things within like a single step, right?
Single step.
Like, where's the spell? Like it says you can. Yes, well, you change the current weather conditions. You can change precipitation to wind. Takes 1d. Yeah, so like within it has stages within the spell itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can change stages by 1 up or down.
Mm. And I can set the direction of the wind.
Right. Okay.
So I would be making it a little warmer, making sure it's not so it's clear skies and
Sure.
giving us favorable wind.
breeze.
Yeah.
Okay. So for
Yeah.
week 1,
I hate
go
to
ahead.
do this to you. Can I backtrack for 2 seconds and pretend we're in port for a second? I want to find a library or a scholar's house or something and find any books on information about where we're going, because I'll be spending a lot of my time reading about the history of the area.
So are you looking for just like any sort of reference books?
Yeah, anything that would
Specifically
be
in
geographical in nature for sure, like about the waters and the lands up there, but also about the history of sorry, I can't remember his name now. The dude's fortress that we're going to.
Well, it
Helgren?
would be St. Nicholas to start with as the port. And then to Sans
Port Nicholas.
Yeah, Port Nicholas, and then to Sans Village, and then the Fortress of Kelgrin.
Sure. So, like, whatever books, missives, writings, that sort of thing that would be available.
Give me an investigation check.
Investigation.
And since this is for historical reference, are you proficient in history?
I am.
Go ahead and roll it at advantage then.
Okay.
Look at those rolls.
Yeah.
Okay. I would say that you find a few things that would give you advantage on your history checks moving forward.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
I'll give you actually a natural 20. So I will give you 5 rolls at advantage to answer any historical questions about to answer pointed historical questions about where you're going or what you're doing.
Okay.
Or just like the local lore around the place.
And I can use those at my whim, or the first 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so any you can decide before you roll whether or not you want it to be
At advantage.
At advantage, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
You just need to tell me like specifically what it is that you're wanting to learn.
Sure.
Okay. So back in, jumping back forward to the ship. Our weather for week 1 is clear, cold, and moderate wind.
Do I get to decide what questions get asked this first week?
Sure.
Okay, let me pull up the list. I have handy right here. All right, I had a total of about 10. Is that right? 10? So I guess 3 or 4 per week. So why not the first 4 there?
4.
So starting with who and or what are the smallest voices? The mysterious company who hired the courier and ourselves.
Okay. And how do you want to go about finding the answer to that question? And like where, yeah, I guess just how do you want to go about finding that answer?
The most direct route would probably be to just ask the courier himself,
Mhm.
pointing specifically to the invitations that we all received to come and try out, as it were.
Sure. So the courier will explain to you that the smallest voices is an organization of individuals who on their own have little to no power, but when they all come together, they rival empires and kingdoms in their influence and sway.
That just raises more questions. I would imagine that he doesn't name anyone specific or what their typical status would be, like an example of a person who would be a small voice.
Is that a follow-up question?
Yes.
Okay, so this will be question number 2. Ask it.
I'm not sure how to answer the question.
And it does seem a little out of character for Ropey of the intelligence.
Well, I provided these questions to everybody in the group with the explanation that my character is too stupid to ask these questions. So I'm hoping that this is just a hand wave of these questions get asked by other characters on the boat.
No, we'll let other people take the initiative in what questions are asked. I'll give you the first one because that's fair.
Okay,
Even
so-
somebody who's not the brightest bulb in the box could
So-
wonder who are their employers.
I could ask the first question, but the rest will have to be up to everyone else. I'll take one question a week.
Here's what I'll allow. You can ask surface questions, but follow-ups have to come from anybody else.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so that was my first question. So does anybody else had a follow-up?
I mean, I would definitely follow up. I want to know more about who we're working for sure.
Well, what's your
So-
question?
So what was the answer? Just the smallest...
Individuals who on their own have little to no power, but when banded together have rival empires and kingdoms in their influence.
rival empires and kingdoms in their influence.
Mm-hmm.
So why allow other kingdoms and rivals to stand, or kingdoms to stand if you're so powerful?
Well, they're okay. So here, that's the question.
Yeah.
Okay. Because they don't stand opposed to any kingdom or empire directly. Like they have no interest in ruling. The smallest voices simply wish to ensure that their goals are met in the best or in the most efficient or least impeded way possible.
Can I ask a follow-up to my own follow-up?
Sure.
Uh,
Do you have the smarts to do that? Oh, no, I don't
not
think
really.
so. I think your question was fair for your character, but I don't know that any deeper would be all right. Anybody else have anything? No? Okay. So,
Yeah, no,
oh,
Seamus would be a little nonplussed about who we're working for. He's just interested in the payout.
Okay.
So I have another surface question.
Okay.
What's in the chest?
Yeah, that's what
What's in
Ding
the
would want to know
boxes?
too.
The courier would simply smile and place his hand on the box warmly and say that a package of utmost importance.
What?
Is it a person? Is it a baby?
It is not a person and it is not a baby. That is all of your questions for week 1. Okay.
Good to know that
So
it's not a baby, though.
given clear skies and cool weather and moderate wind, your first week goes relatively smoothly. Very little influence is even needed from Ding, who really only serves to steer the wind. So that'll give you guys a little bit of extra speed and made up time. With an excellent navigation roll from your navigator, you guys feel that you are directly on track. Everything looks good, and so far you have encountered no hiccups along the journey.
The other thing I
Go
need
ahead.
to know is the where I'm cooking the food. If that's an open place where other people would see me or not.
No, you have effectively a galley kitchen to yourself.
Okay.
The ship is literally crewed by the group of you, and like 4 experienced sailors.
Okay, then I'd cook in privacy. That's fine.
I'd like to spend the week hitting on the doctor.
Okay.
Would
Got
that just
some
be
charm?
general charisma roll?
Yeah. Unless you want to deceive, intimidate, or persuade yourself into her good graces.
I have a question. Are
You don't have any
gonna-
more questions this week.
It's not for it. It's for Walter, I guess, is your name this week. Are you gonna keep the same face every week to try and continue to, or rather, keep the same face every day to try and continually woo her, or are you just gonna go back every day as a different person?
Haven't decided yet.
Okay.
Twella is quite impressed by. You know what? Actually, just tell me, how are you regaling her?
This is kind of like entry level, just kind of testing the waters to see
Sure.
what her personality is like. He hasn't really turned up all the
Okay.
charm quite yet.
So this is a personality probe then.
Mm-hmm.
So she is about as strong as wet parchment, and seems to suffer from some sort of chronic fits of coughing. She is plain for an elf, but does seem to have a bit of street smarts about her, and just a general know-how. In addition to her expertise in the medical arts, and you get the feeling that she's very learned. She does have the natural grace and dexterity of an elf, however. Other than that, she's bubbly and cheery and happy to chat when she's not busy hurling over the railing.
All right, seasick.
Yeah. But she does seem receptive to your advances, at least initially.
All right,
Okay.
I'll keep it to a minimum week 1. We'll see how next week goes.
Sure. So let's go ahead and navigate week 2, as everything seems to be moving along quite swimmingly.
Just as a reminder, until the island, it will be at advantage because of the map. Yes?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Just making sure that's still fair.
Yeah.
Oof.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. No, not that. What I'm rolling. Okay, so, a torrential rain and downfall, just like horrendously pelting rain, with driving hail, and occasional just like freezing winds has kicked up this week. It is just incredibly frigid, and you run into gale winds. So I need to know in what way the weather is going to be modified.
Mm-hmm. So the torrential downpour becomes just like a standard downpour.
Okay.
It goes from how cold was it? Like Arctic or regular? Just very cold.
Technically, I think it's just cold.
Okay, then it becomes cool,
Okay.
and the gale wind becomes just a strong wind.
Okay. So with the navigation roll and the strong winds and now cool temperatures, the ship is buffeted and beaten and knocked slightly off course. Along the way, you guys have another week's worth of questions to ask, but along the way there is one evening, the second night, where the helmsman seems to have been led astray by some bioluminescent flying fish of some sort. And so the next morning, as you come out to do your navigation, you realize that you're well off course, despite your map, and it seems that the helmsman may be at fault.
Well, fuck. Okay.
Pretty
The
ship-
fish.
The ship has also sustained a good chunk of damage, just
Okay.
from the hail and other miscellaneous.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I probably should be rolling to see how often I can change it again. Because I get to concentrate for 8 hours, but every 1d4, 10 minutes, I get to change it again.
I see.
So do I recognize that we're off course?
Yes. Yeah.
So after 30 minutes of those conditions, I then get to make it even. I get to stop the. I get to change it to just being overcast. I get to make it warm, and I get to
Oh, okay.
just make it a
Well,
moderate
then-
wind. So we only have 30
Okay,
minutes of bad conditions.
So in a worst case scenario, it takes 40 minutes for you to drive it down. So even in the worst weather, that's only an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's only 16 hours out of the day that I can change it.
Okay. Good to know. So there are 8 hours in a day. You guys are still going to be experiencing the rough weather. Okay.
Mhm.
That's fine. So then I'm not going to do as much damage to the ship, a bit less, but you are still significantly off course.
Okay. I'm gonna try to write us back onto course. Do you need me
And
to do a roll?
How do you intend to do that?
Okay, so if I know that I'm off course, it means that we're off course, it means that I know what course we should be on. So what I'm going to do is give explicit directions to the sailors to basically just put all their effort into moving back onto course.
Well, I think that's going to be a given for like, it's just like for this week, the things you run into, knocking you guys off course and in overcorrecting or trying to get back on course, that's where the ship kind of gets strained and takes damage. Maybe you
Right.
sail into a freezing headwind and it does some damage to the sails, that kind of thing. So that's already
Okay.
represented. So
Okay.
that's kind of how the ship HP is coming into play.
Gotcha. Okay, that's fine then.
So you guys have another week's worth of questions if you want to dig through those at all.
Okay. Let's do another of Why and how did the chest vanish a plate of apples?
And Steropi is asking this question?
She did witness it. It was her apples.
So
She was very upset by it.
how would she rephrase that question?
I don't know. Other than, why did the chest vanish my apples?
The courier once again pats the box as he is often sitting upon it and says to you, well, anything that's not supposed to touch the box is treated in a way as, like, he thinks for a minute and wiggling his feet. And of course, you gotta remember, he's like 10 years old. And he's like, well, if you're not supposed to touch the box and you touch the box, I hear and have seen bad things happen. The apples weren't supposed to touch.
Any follow up for that?
No, I have a separate question.
Can we touch you?
He looks very quizzically at Ding and kind of cocks his head and he says, I don't see why not.
Ding pokes him.
He is a doughy boy. maybe carrying a couple of extra pounds from all of the sweets that he seems to constantly be eating a nearly endless supply of.
I see. So you are real.
Yes.
Those are my questions.
Next question.
So this mission is of enough importance to you and your kind that you would gather us all together to send this package. What if we were to fail? If it's so important.
As our message to you entailed, failure implies. Actually, what exactly did he say? Where is it? Blah blah blah. Great journey of legendary importance. Conversation. Blah blah blah. If failure is what happens to be, if you fail, it means that even the greatest heroes were incapable of fulfilling such desire, and we'll have to wait for our next opportunity to try again.
That's not so bad.
But
Not so bad.
then how
It could
is that?
it could be a millennia or longer before another such opportunity presents itself.
But that doesn't sound like there's like negative consequences.
Are you asking what the negative consequences would be?
Well, I'm not
Is-
allowed.
Well,
I
I
used my
mean,
questions already.
Sure. The question that I as I interpret it, is what happens if we fail, or what do you do if we fail? Did I misinterpret that?
I wanted to know like what happens if we fail? Like what are the negative
Well, right, but you didn't
consequences?
ask the question.
Well, I know. I'm just saying that's what I wanted to
So
know.
I'm asking Paul. Was it what do the smallest voices do if we fail, or what happens if we fail? What was the?
Yeah, more generalized, like, if we're to fail, is there basically going to be like an end of the world sort of thing? But that answer would still satisfy it.
Oh, I mean, it just. I'll go ahead and give you 2 for the price of 1, and we'll just call that the end of the questions for this week. So basically, the smallest voices will bide their time and wait and try again at their next opportunity. For the rest, for those whose hopes and dreams lie with the contents of the box itself, they would likely suffer an utmost travesty and tragedy, and the repercussions of which would echo and ripple throughout the entire world. Civilization, as you know, wouldn't end, but as much as things can take a downturn, you kind of get the impression, to put it in perspective, like maybe global Great Depression.
Okay.
Could be worse.
Yes. It could be worse. This is like an apocalypse of production and productivity and advancement.
Could be worse. Everything could be on fire if we failed.
Fire's fine.
Okay,
I'm
go ahead
good.
and give me your third navigation roll. Or was there going to be any flirting this week?
Yes, there was. Again, no major advances. I'm assuming there's like a room designated as like the clinic or whatever.
No, I thought you were going to say
Not-
the flirting room.
not really. Give me a second here. That pop up for everybody.
Yep.
Yep.
Yes.
Neat.
That's the ship you're on.
I see 2 boats.
Well, it's top deck and below decks.
Gotcha.
And if you guys can't see everything, then like right-clicking, resize, and then like adjust horizontal should bring it all into single frame.
Ah, cool. A nice little boat we got.
So there's not really a clinic per se.
Okay. Well, I guess wherever she's hanging out to do her medicinal business, I would just hang around and chat and.
She spends most of her time, if she's not vomiting over the rails, just sitting at one of these tables below decks, which conveniently enough is where most of you end up sleeping. You can see the. I guess they don't really have a bunk on, do they? Well,
Not
we can
for
call
me.
I don't see a bunk of any sort. Which no, there they are, just like right there in the center below decks, all those little hammocks. So. Chilling out, maxing, acting all cool. This week she's actually a bit cold to you. Maybe just racked with the unpleasantness of her seasickness. She just has very little and less to say, and just has her nose deep in a book that you're able to kind of like glance over her shoulder and see that it's like common cures and household remedies for motion sickness. And you can see that the pages are well worn and even flecked with some residual like vomit or just she's definitely been poring over the book, sometimes literally.
Ugh.
Okay. Week 3 navigation.
All right, here we go. There we go.
Oh, 21. Thought I saw a 20 in there.
He has -2 normally.
On your
Doesn't he?
navigation rolls?
I have +3
Oh, never
normally.
mind. That was investigation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the dice said 20.
I saw a 20, but apparently not.
Weird.
Okay, so 21. Let's say that you guys are able to make a pretty stark recovery to your off course from the week before, and are even able to make up some time. Fortunately, you don't really have the crew to repair the damage done to the ship, but no further is sustained. Let's check the weather. Weather is... That go?
Also, I can use mending to fix things.
Yes, but I believe mending has to have everything present to fix it.
Yeah, it's single breaker tear.
Yeah.
So I can mend things to the extent that I can.
You he
Okay.
could potentially fix a rip or something in the sails.
Sure.
Mhm.
Sure. Okay. I will keep that in mind if we get to the point where mending might save the ship.
Mhm. And that's a cantrip, so I can go wild with that.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So weather is snowy again, bitingly cold, and dead wind. No wind.
All right, let's see how long it takes for me to fix the stage.
Oh no, you don't even have to do that.
All right.
Like I said, it's a maximum of 40 minutes. So
Yeah.
just really giving the weather out is letting you guys know what conditions that you're under. On the actually, you know what? You guys have. Let's go ahead and get to the questions first. So you guys go ahead and ask your questions.
Okay. I guess the next most pressing one for me is, how could the smallest voices possibly afford to pay each of us such a large sum, and like, where's that money coming from?
So in can you put that in Steropi terms?
Give me a minute. Oh, I gotta think about how to dumb it down. How I mean, I don't know how to dumb that down anymore. Like, how could they pay us that much?
So maybe it's the biggest number you've ever seen.
I didn't know that any amount of money could have that many zeros in it.
Okay. Um. So your question is where are they getting the money to pay you?
Sure.
Is that right?
Sure, yeah. Because I can't dumb it down any further, otherwise I'm afraid that the intent of the question will be lost.
Okay. He lets you know that the smallest voices are very well connected.
That doesn't answer my question at all.
Sure it does.
No, it
Where did you get the
doesn't.
money? Where did you get the money? We're very well connected.
Might as well have just said, "Oh, well, we have it."
That's a different answer,
Yeah.
though. Because that would imply that they're all like this implies that they have people paying them for stuff, or at least outside sources. Whereas your answer implies that it's funded from inside, which like one doesn't mean the other can exist, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some information there. It's very little, but there is some.
Hey, why is the thing?
I have like a backup question if nobody else has anything, but I can do mine
Is
after.
it a follow-up or just another one?
It's not a follow-up. It's a follow-up to
Mine
a
is,
question
what
from
is
last
it
week.
What is it about right now that makes it the correct time to go on this mission?
Uh Go away. So it is the correct time of year, and all of the parameters required to make the journey are in place. Typically, even reaching the island and Port Nicholas is all but impossible.
At any other time, you mean?
Yes.
Is it just weather, or is there some magic at work?
there's almost always magic at work, but
Yeah.
Port Nicholas is heavily guarded, protected, and well is a well kept secret. Most of the world has even written it off into legend, as you were informed by your navigator last time. But there are some folks who still know that they're able to that's not necessarily a natural forgetfulness.
Mm-hmm.
But there are certain times wherein the magic that protects it is not as strong.
So there's no other really reason beyond things have just lined up.
Yeah, the stars have aligned.
All right. That's my questions.
That was a good one. Do we get another?
Sure.
Okay. I mean, I have one, so I'll just go with it, I guess.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just kind of a follow-up. So when you were saying that the consequences of our failure, it implied that this may have been an undertaking another group has done before. Have they? And if so, what was the outcome then?
There have been many groups who have attempted this quest before. There have been successes and failures. Any flirting being done this week?
So it is like weather check was significantly colder.
Yes.
I'm gonna
So I
ask
mean,
her.
but again, during the time that Ding is actively controlling the weather, which keep in mind that is burning spell slots.
Yes.
But like whenever he's actively controlling the weather, it's quite bearable. It's mild.
But I'm assuming he has to sleep at night, so I will ask the doctor if she wants some company at night to keep her warm.
Woo!
Oh yeah, she literally can't resist your. She mentions that when the bird sleeps, it is quite nearly unbearable, and she would much appreciate the warmth of a companion.
Woo!
How that manifests is up to you. Okay, so on the 5th night of the week, there is a ringing from one of the people on watch. Go ahead and make perception checks for me. I'll wake up. So Walter is going to be asleep.
No doubt tired from his nighttime antics.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. There should only be a +1 on that because I pressed the
Oh.
button from when I had set it up with when I was proficient in perception, but I'm no longer because of how my character was worked.
Sure, that's fine.
So-
You'll
So I
still
had to redo
pass.
the button. Yeah.
Ring.
The hotkey I had set up for it was still
Ro- Rumble, did you make another character? Because there's another character in here now.
I don't know why it looks like it auto backed it up because I
Ah.
am changing the names.
Okay, so it's the one with an icon. Like, can I delete the other one?
Yeah, the one that's still Pascal.
Yeah. I just
He's
want to
leaving
make sure I
ghost
didn't-
images of himself behind.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
Go on and live their
So,
lives.
the ringing of the bell on deck calls everybody to attention, except for Walter, who is sleeping through everything, it seems. That would be... Bogar even just barely drags himself out of bed. Ropey, who somehow gets up and down the stairs. Uh,
Going up the stairs is fine.
I'm sure. Just down, that's so troublesome.
Yep.
Okay. Share as a there, like, let's say Steropi, Ding, and Rogar make it to the top deck of the ship. You see a bubbling at the surface of the water just off the starboard side, and then from beneath the surface bursts another ship. And you can make out, it's crewed by several fish-looking creatures, and then towards the back, a creature with, like, that's basically an octopus face, multiple tentacles, and wielding a gnarled trident. Like, the haft of it is twisted and like driftwood bent, but the trident itself gleams and seems to be just like sucking in light around it. No, no, no. I do. Oh, I broke it. Restore the window. Like, my window, like, I accidentally grabbed Fantasy Grounds instead of moving the combat window, and so everything got fucked. That, and then okay, so I need each of you to roll initiative with the exception of Walter here, as the ship is now under attack. That ship, so the bubbling of the surface happens, it bursts out, and each of the crew members there on the opposing ship like hurl a javelin with a rope attached, and it firmly embeds itself. Multiples of them embed themselves in the hull of the Express, and it seems as though they're attempting to haul their ship over, but otherwise, Express is under attack by what look to be subaquatic pirates of some sort.
I'm gonna go feed the dog. Here's my next perception check if I wake up in the next round.
Well, there's a lot of noise, so it actually should have been rolled at advantage. So roll another one.
Wow.
Ow.
Fucking ow.
Yeah, you have worked yourself into quite a slumber, it seems.
Woo!
Where's the advance? Remember, like, I have somehow forgotten everything I learned. Okay, there we go. So, can he even make it across? technically that's a swim speed, so yes, he can. Large fish monster hauls himself bodily up the side of the ship, dragging himself over by his own trident. And then 3 attacks, 1 with a bite and 2 with trident. He's going to target. Roll click. Actually, he's going to be smart, and he's going to try to bite Rogar, who's probably not armored because you woke up and came up on deck.
I don't know how to change that stuff.
Here.
Like, is there a way to
where do you
unequip?
set your armor? Like, what armor do you have?
Chain.
Is it in? Okay, so it's in your inventory.
Yeah, it gives
Oh,
16
there's okay.
base.
So under inventory, if you click on the little chest thing, I think it'll unequip it, like next to the weight.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yes, it did.
Okay, all right. So just keep that in mind, since you guys were woken up in the middle of the night. Okay, so you get on board, you see what's going on. You barely have time to react or really even blink your eyes before like the several, like the long javelins are thudded in. You can see that the fishmen are keeping a firm hold on the lines. And then the big one just like jumps into the water, swims over, and hauls himself up on deck, and then just immediately lays into you. That was damaged. No. Okay, so that failed. So you need to heal yourself because that shouldn't have
Oh, okay.
damaged you.
So take away this. Okay.
And that damage should not have been done. So he chomps at you, and just you literally just like stick you stiff arm him. So despite this enormous creature bearing down on you with its big gnarly like deep sea angler teeth, you just like shove a palm into his forehead and keep him from actually getting any sort of real purchase. So he thrusts with his trident, hit,
At
and then
me?
swings it around and thrusts a second time. Yes. 24 damage, gored by his 3-pronged spear. And then you have the initiative.
Okay. See what this skill does before I... And that's not exactly what I thought it did. Let's not do that. All right. So, not too happy about this garbage. I'm going to... Does this require a... Okay. Gonna raise my hand up and cast Banishment on him.
Okay.
Going to just read
fair.
everything it does here. So that means he failed his roll, right?
Yeah.
Failure. Okay, you attempt to send a creature that you can see within range to another plane of existence. Does it say what the planes are specifically?
I don't know. You might get to choose.
Yeah. Banished to a harmless demi-plane. while their
Okay.
target's incapacitated.
So banished, but how do I banish him? Effects. Banished. How long is he banished?
Up to a minute, as long as I'm concentrating on it.
Oh, I don't know how this duration works. I don't know if the duration number.
The duration
It-
number is per round.
Okay, so 10.
So 10.
Okay. All right.
So if the target or the spell ends before the full minute has passed, the target reappears in the space. Otherwise, the target doesn't return.
Wait. Read that last part to me again.
So if the target, blah blah blah. If the target is native to a different plane of existence than the one you're on, it's banished with faint popping noise, returning to its home plane. If the spell ends before minutes pass, it reappears in the space it left in the nearest unoccupied space. Otherwise, it doesn't return.
Oh. Okay.
So as a bonus, I guess. Jesus Christ, I don't like not having armor. I'm guessing my armor is down in the main.
Yes.
Oh, that ain't gonna do. Okay. Pretty sure I have something to. No. Am I able to Am I able to, as a bonus action, man one of these turrets and get it ready?
Sure. Well, as a bonus action, you can load one, but
Sure.
you would need to have the bolt ready.
Where are the bolts?
Let's say that they are in the barrel in the center of the deck.
Okay. Since I haven't
Each one of
used-
the, or that's actually not the barrel. I think that's the mast. But let's say that. Oh, it looks like there's a little rack at each one of those. Let's say that there's ammunition kept on those.
So like right here.
No. Attached to the masts.
Oh, attached to the mast. Okay. So if I went like 1, 2, 3, then like pulled one and then went to like this and loaded it, that would be okay?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that for my.
But retrieving it is all like, because picking up an item is a bonus action too.
Okay, then I'll
So you
end there and then move to here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Our Octoface captain. Oh my god. I clicked on him and he has so many actions.
Oh no.
Man, this is so nice compared to like Roll20 where I had to dig through the book and be like, what is actually gonna happen? Range 9. Is it pointers? Anybody remember how to pull up the rulers?
Oh my
It's
god.
pointers. I think draw arrow. Just does it.
Oh.
No, that doesn't give me the distance.
It used to be under drawing, but
It does. It does for me.
Yeah, it's not. It
Have it
doesn't.
for
It
me?
doesn't actually have a distance number for me.
I think it's only after you place it.
No, it doesn't
No,
have
it
it.
does under his token. 40.
Yeah, under the origin point, it shows it.
That's weird. It's not showing me. Oh. Okay, so we're well within
Mm-hmm.
within range to do that. So,
Oh, good.
feet. Each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere on a point you choose within range must. Oh, I guess they should be visible. Sorry, your sailors aren't currently visible.
Oh, right.
3 of them are above deck, 3 of the 4. Get 2 with that. Sorry, I have a lot of options, so it's going to take me a second to decide what actually works here. 30-foot cone. Oh, he's over there, and that's silly. Why would you do that? 1 humanoid of your choice. Ah, okay. Who among you looks scariest? Probably the horse lady. And so he's going to cast a spell. Ropey cast.
Uh-oh. It's a bad kind of save.
Yeah, I guess make. Oh, I shouldn't have clicked it. Okay, so make a wisdom saving throw.
It rolled it for me already.
Did it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Did it roll it for you?
Yeah.
Because. Oh, okay. Huh. Weird. So you succeeded. Oh. Good for you. So nothing happens?
Woo!
Blah blah blah. On subsequent turns, must use your action. Nothing happens on save? Well, charmed. Huh. Yeah, okay. So nothing happens. So then he doesn't do anything else? Is that right?
That is right.
Jesus Christ, there's a lot of options here. Making his way down the steps. All right. Ding, you are up.
Okay. I am going to use control water
Okay.
to create a wave that smashes down on their ship.
Okay.
So, where?
Remember that you saw this ship emerge from underwater.
That's true.
Are you gonna try and knock the sailors off into the water?
I was going to try and capsize it, but it did come up from out of the water.
We also
So that
saw the
probably
big
would
one
work.
swim across.
Yeah.
Quickly, I might add.
Hmm. Maybe that's not the best idea then. You're not wrong. Not wrong. What else could I do? So, who's on the ship currently? Are there any of them on the ship, or is the one that was here is already dealt with?
It got banished.
Yeah. Okay.
So they haven't had an opportunity to move yet. Otherwise.
Hmm.
Did you just toss my dog out?
No, she was crying at the door. She wanted to be let out.
Yeah. No, I just I heard the door close, and then all of a sudden Molly was looking around confused near me. While you think about what you're going to do, I just want to say that the money alone, the money that we paid to get all this stuff set up,
Mm-hmm.
having the actual monsters be drag and drop is 100% worth it. Everything else is great, but I would have paid that much just to have this ease of use.
You
guys
just
have
like
no
drag and
idea
drop
how
them
nice
from
it
like a
is.
library sort of thing,
Yes.
and it has
Yeah.
all their
And then
skills
it-
from the monster manual and everything.
Yeah, all of their actions, all
Wow.
of their traits, everything.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll cast Dominate Person on the captain.
Ooh.
Okay.
See if that works.
Make sure you target him.
How do you target?
Control click.
Control click. Yep.
When you control click, it will also show you distance between you.
Yeah, I noticed.
He saved.
Okay.
So as you try to enter his mind, it's almost like this squiggling is that pushes back into your own skull, and like he turns to look at you. You can just feel him like boring into you and just willing your magic away. You have never quite felt such a dominant mental presence in all of your years of spellcasting.
So then I will summon my spiritual weapon.
Okay. Curious to see how this works in this game.
Yeah.
You attack yourself with that?
Apparently.
Because that should have hit. So if you'll target the
Yeah.
Octoface Captain, then
I'd like to use my channel divinity to add 10 to that, so it would be a
no,
23.
I just said he hit.
Mhm.
His first
So-
roll against himself hit.
Oh,
You don't.
he was using the first roll, not
So
the second
Yeah.
roll.
roll damage.
Okay. How do your spirit weapons manifest? Like, what are they? What is it?
Kitchen knives.
I was
Kitchen
gonna
knife.
say it's like a
Nice.
ladle.
A ladle.
Okay.
That's a blade, but it's a kitchen knife.
So like a cleaver, or more like
Just a
paring
big knife.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a cheese knife.
It's like Michael Myers would use.
Sure. Okay. And are you finished?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Taylor, actually, it should. Taylor 1. Grab a bolt, load a bolt, and aim it, but they can't do anything otherwise. Sailor 2 is going to do. Well, let's see. They got a 1. Why did the grid? I'm so fucky on this. Not. Because this should be grid. Why are they able to end up in halves then? Oh, hold on. Somebody's at the door.
What is all that?
Expecting a package?
I think so. But I guess it's not too late for Amazon here.
That was UPS.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I'm going to quit the session so I can install my new hard drive. No, I'm just kidding. All right. So, for whatever reason, the grid is correct. It's just allowing me to move incorrectly within it. Like it's letting me move halves.
Weird. Yeah, I noticed that too.
I'm actually going to have the sailor target ding. Oh, see, that's why. All right. I'm going to redraw the grid.
Okay.
Grid off. That grid. Yeah, that's. Why can I do halves then? Okay, well that should technically be accurate. We'll see. All right, so 1, 2, buckle my shoe.
So yeah, I shouldn't be on this half then. I should be there.
Yeah. This one is going to load. All 3 sailors have done their thing. They have loaded and aimed their large ballista. And now begins the assault. Actually make it across. That one's on a line. That one is not on a line. Five, 6. Horizontal line. 5. There. Line. 7. Line. 9. 10. Steropi, you have the initiative, as several of the opposing sailors have now all dived into the water.
Are they below the surface? Or are
Yes
they
and
swimming
no.
across the surface?
They are swimming just below the surface. Maybe a little bit
Okay.
deeper.
Okay. Is number 5 down here? Is he climbing up the side of the boat yet?
Only just.
Okay.
Detached himself to the side.
Okay, I am going to move down there. Oh no.
You're in a half space.
I'm
currently.
in half space.
Again, I don't know why the grid is doing that.
And then since my halberd has reach, can I attempt to whack him as he's climbing up
No,
the side of the boat?
it's much taller than 10 feet.
All right. Well, then I would like to prepare an action.
You're ready.
That,
Okay.
I'm gonna ready an attack for when he is within range, like climbing up the side of the boat.
So in the condition that
In
the fifth
that
the fifth Sahagin, the Huagin, I don't fucking know how they actually pronounce it.
Can I make it any of them or just him?
Sure.
Yeah, in the condition that any of the Sahagin come within attack range of me over the side of the boat, I want to swing my halberd at them.
Okay. Is that it?
Yeah, because that's an action to ready it, isn't it?
Because you're readying your
'Cause
action.
Yeah. So that'll be my turn.
Okay. Let's cast. There. So go. One of the more feminine looking of the fish monsters is going to raise its hand, this one wearing robes, and a flash of light is going to freak out at Sterope as it can see that she has raised her halberd in preparation to strike one of the other creatures. Cast. Streak of light. Are you still wearing your armor, or did you unequip it?
I'm still. Oh, you know what? Here, let me unequip my my plate, but I would still be wearing, kind of like my leathers and things, my barding.
No, do you sleep in your barding?
Well, it's basically just like horse blankets and stuff. So.
Okay, well that's not armor.
All right. Well, I'll take that off too then.
Why do you have two sets of armor? I'm confused.
I have studded leather barding for my horse half, and then I have plate mail for my human body.
How does that work?
Well, the leather barding that's in there is basically, it doesn't have AC to it.
Yes, it does. I'm looking at studded leather barding right now in your inventory, and it gives you a base AC of 12. That's... Yeah, that's... You can't have both of those.
Okay, well, I'll just take that out of my inventory then.
Okay. Would a 14 have hit without armor? Yes, it would
I had
have.
an AC 12, so...
Yeah. The hit. Which... Flash of light streaks towards Sterope and dazzles her. Illuminates her quite clearly. Then the other one, looking much the same, is but against these. Oh, this targets this. There we go. That hits. Heavily wounds the sailor. Her turn. Amos, you have already rolled your attempt to wake up and failed. Well, actually, you know what? We'll say a 9 is good. Because with all the noise, it should technically be a 5 to wake up. So you awaken to the sounds of battle.
Okay. Not even gonna put my pants on. So just attempting to run up in his underwear, but beforehand, going to cast Foresight on myself.
What does that do?
For the duration, target can't be surprised, has advantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws. Additionally, other creatures have disadvantage.
Okay. Cool beans.
And then I'm trying to see the grid here on my underdeck side. It's a little off. So to those stairs, that would be 25. And then I'm guessing that leads to the door on deck.
Sorry, hold on one second. I just got a phone call. Sorry, that was my brother. Okay, so yes, that is the correct. So let's see, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you get just up on deck.
Okay, and hearing battle, I probably would have picked up my rapier, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. I forgot to mention that down there. And then for my bonus action, I will summon my packed rapier.
Okay. So a pantsless Seamus arrives on deck, wielding 2 rapiers.
Oh, and then my initiative.
Okay. My initiative. Nope, I just had to go through. Okay. The chieftain doesn't get another save from banishment, right? Like, he's just banished.
I believe no, because it's a concentration spell.
Okay. Well, I mean, that there are other concentration spells where they do get saves, so I just want to be sure. Banish. Nope. That's off by a letter. That's babushka. One creature's charisma saving throw would be banished. Oh. Okay. The end of the you're on, you banish the target to a harmless damage plane. The target remains there until the spell ends, at which point the target reappears in the space. Okay, so it will come back because it's native to the material plane.
Sure. When the spell ends, I guess.
Yes, so but it does not get other saves. So he's just gone. Okay. Then Rogar, you have the initiative.
All right. So I'm going to take this bolt load it, aim, and fire at something, I guess.
Okay, what would you like to aim and fire at?
I'm gonna try just wait, which one was the one that cast the light? Was it this one?
The priestesses.
Okay. So yeah, the priestess won, I guess.
Okay. Are you proficient? I actually never mind. You're a paladin. Martial weapons, including crossbows.
Yep.
Okay. So I guess just make a proficient attack roll.
Oh, okay. Pretty bad.
Sorry, that's I should a ranged attack roll. So dexterity in there as well.
Okay.
Do you
So-
have a positive dex mod?
Yeah, let me just. I keep
Just
closing
tell
my
me what it
stupid
is.
sheet.
No, don't forget you can drag it out across your other monitors as well.
True. +1, so 13.
13. Does that? Crazy. It does hit. So roll 2d10 damage.
Whoa.
You were not targeting her though, but that's fine. I'll just do it.
Oh, I shift clicked her. And there's an arrow on
Control
my screen.
click. Oh, I guess because it's not technically as an attack.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'll do it. I can do it manually. Okay. All right. So she just gets punched through the gut with a huge bolt, and you can see like the blue blood flowing, and she lets out like this unearthly shriek, but it remains on her.
Cool. All right. And am I going to do something else here? I think I am.
Or it was bonus to load and then
Okay.
action to fire.
Then I am not. That's my turn.
Back to this monstrous list of what the fuck do I do? All right, so disappear.
Oh. Well, that's unnerving.
Don't like that.
Nope.
Why did it automatically go to Seamus? It should not have. No. This. It's.
Oh.
Failed, so. Stunned and grappled. So the Octoface captain disappears, reappears next to one of the sailors at the backside of the ship, and you can see like his tentacles just like wrap around the face of your sailing companion and rip his head backwards and just like begin to you can see he just like lets out this shriek and it sends just like the psychic waves of energy coming out of it. And then all of a sudden he just kind of goes limp into the grasp of the captain. All right, and then I accidentally skipped to Ding, but it should be Seamus's turn.
Okay. Because he is on an upper level, I don't have line of sight to him, right?
From where you are, yes.
Yes, I can't see him, or yes, I
Yeah,
can.
yes, you have line of sight.
Okay.
Oh, well, actually, maybe not, because the
The mast is in the way.
Mm-hmm.
there. It looks like I can draw a straight line in such a way that you can see him without the mast.
Excuse me, I was drawing a pointer.
I think that center mast would be in the way.
Yeah, it goes right through the center mast.
Yep. Okay, so no, you do not have line of sight.
Remove this. All right.
This.
Move that.
I will. I guess, can I intelligence check to see if I notice and or recognize what this Octoface captain is?
Sure. You have advantage on those? Oh, because you're foresight.
Foresighted. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Then yes, you can see that this appears to be an illithid, a mind flayer of some sort. So it definitely is showing. It has showed more magical prowess. Might
Okay.
otherwise expect.
30 movement to bring me up here to try and get line of sight to him. And he is within range. We will go ahead and, knowing that he is a spellcaster, try and cast Feeble Mind.
Okay. He succeeded.
Damn, intellect saves.
Yeah. Very similar to when Ding attempted to cast his spell. The creature just turns and looks at you. You can feel the sheer psychic prowess of it just boring into your skull. It's like you get a resounding no.
No.
Yep, unfortunate.
All
All right, now I'll end my turn up here.
Ding, you are up.
All right. Now that there are boys in the water, I am going to use control water to create a whirlpool.
Okay.
Ooh.
So I need to create a circle, I guess. Whoops. Sure. No. Okay, so it needs to be 50 feet wide. So this should be 15. No, I mean 25. This is 50 feet wide. Because that's a radius of 25.
Yes. Yeah.
And I'll put it there. So, let me just throw it into chat so you can read it.
Whirlpool. Okay.
So, any creature or object in the water within 25 feet of the vortex is pulled 10 feet towards it. but
Okay.
they can make a athletics check against my spell save DC to stop that part.
Okay.
When a creature enters for the first time or starts its turn in the vortex, it must make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 2d8 bludgeoning damage and is caught in the vortex until the spell ends. On a successful save, the creature takes half damage and isn't caught in the vortex. A creature caught in the vortex could use its action to try to swim away from the vortex as described above, but has a disadvantage on strength athletic checks to do so. And the first time each turn that an object enters the vortex, the object takes 2d8 bludgeoning damage. This damage occurs each round it remains in the vortex.
We will need to keep track of that.
Yep. So I think that means these guys all have to roll when I create it.
Uh,
And there's a save button on here, I think is what I have to roll for them.
first time each turn that an object enters the starts its turn.
Yeah, it's the first time it enters and on the start of their turn.
Actually, when a creature enters the vortex for the first time or starts its turn there.
Yeah.
So I mean, why don't we just roll the damage on their turns?
Okay.
That way we aren't double dipping by accident.
Gotcha. And then my... Where's...
Your spirit weapon.
Yeah, my spirit weapon.
It doesn't actually create one for you, does it?
No. Octodad moved very far away from where it was.
Oh, that's the other thing I was going to do. I was going to look for object tokens. That's what I forgot to do. I knew I was forgetting something. Maybe it's in items? No, there's no pictures.
Well, I'm just going to use it to attack this dude here. Because that's where my thing was.
Which one? Number 4 or number 8?
Number 8.
Okay, go ahead.
Search weapon. Do I just attack or do I cast again? Which one do I do?
Should be attack. Hit.
Knife goes in for a stabby into his shoulder blade.
Jealous of the Sahagin shoulder blade. Only shoulder blade that it needs. Sinks into its fishy flesh.
All right. That's Ding's turn. Does he make whirlpool noises himself as he creates his whirlpool?
Perfect mimicry of the sound of the gurgling water. Of course, the unfortunate side effect being that the ship is going to get pulled into the whirlpool a bit as well. One bonus, come back, load. Oh no, he did that last turn, so he's shooting this turn. Okay, shoots at. I mean, they're not. No, they're fine. They're fine. They're definitely intelligent. So he's going to shoot at the caster. Fortunate miss. Second sailor. Also going to shoot at the caster. That is a hit. 12 damage. To 12 damage. And then the third one is unfortunately stunned. Stunned. Why does it say applied by Seamus? It wasn't applied by... Oh, because it was technically his turn.
Yeah.
I was the Mind Flayer captain. And it doesn't tell me what those do. Ivy stunned. Stunned creature is incapacitated. Can't take actions or reactions. Okay. Then move on to the first of the Sahagin. He's not in the whirlpool, he's on the boat.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing the whirlpool, he's going to release the line on the javelin. 1, 2. Is in, so this is where he's going to take his damage and needs to make a strength check. Is that right?
Yeah, I think I have the save roll here. Am I targeting him?
2. Which ones are in the water? So we can do 2, 3, 5, 7, and 10. So just go ahead and target all of those.
2, 3, 5, 7, and 10.
Yeah.
Okay. This should do it.
Neat.
10 saves. Fails. 7 saves. 5 fail. Failures are 3.
So then I still roll the damage though,
Yes.
and hopefully it will do the half damage for those who.
It looks like it did.
It did.
Cool.
Oh, it's so
Nice.
good.
How easy is that?
Okay. Then they have to make strength checks to swim out. Okay.
On disadvantage, yeah.
Even if they saved?
A creature. Oh no. No, they're not caught in the vortex. I think. Yeah. Isn't caught in the vortex.
A creature can swim away from the vortex by making a strength check against your spell save DC.
Yeah, so they just can do the save.
I'm looking for the disadvantage part.
Oh,
Because I thought I read
that's
it.
for if they're caught. That's in the second paragraph. That's specifically if they're caught.
That's if they fail the.
Yeah. If they failed the check, they can then
Creature
try
caught in
to
the
get out.
vortex can use that. Try to swim away from the vortex. I gotcha. Okay. So 2 saves. So which ones failed again? It was 3 and 5 or 3 and 7.
Uh,
I think it was 3 and 5. Yeah.
3 and
Okay,
5
so
failed.
3. So I'm gonna go ahead and just. Yes. Additions, targets. No, okay. What is your spell save DC?
Um,
15.
Two, three. Six. It's going to bite and stab. Chomp. Stabs at him with his spear. Successfully. Aw, and down goes your sailor.
Sailor, no.
I know. You need them.
Yeah.
3. They failed. So they have disadvantage. 17. And it was a 15 was your spell save DC?
Yeah, 15.
Okay, so easy. He's actually just going to go ahead and attack Rogar with a chomp and spear. Both are successful as his teeth spear tip sink into Rogar's unprotected, naked dragon flesh.
Ouch.
Yeah. Number 4. I'm noticing you guys have a distinct lack of area of effect.
I mean, I just affected an area.
You did.
Mm-hmm.
Did. 5. That was the other one that failed, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, he can't get out. But... Oh, he gets sucked towards the center, right? 10 feet.
Yes, 10 feet.
6. Failing. Swim. And now, Steropi, I believe you had an action prepared.
Yes, I had an attack.
So, swing away.
It's not targeting correctly for me. I think it thinks that I'm the sailor.
Probably because it's not on your turn.
I click on yourself, and then control click, because you're targeting the sailor right now.
I know that's
Mm-hmm.
So clear your targets. Targeting Sahagin 7 now.
okay. That should do it.
The hit. Just straight up murder it. as you remove its head from its shoulders just as it comes up over the railing, and so then it just plummets back into the whirlpool.
Jesus.
That 8. And killing 9. 9 was inside, right? No, 9 is outside. 6. Going to throw its spear. Stropy. It. Punches into her horse flesh for 6 damage. Where's 10? And you swim. Yes. 6 comes up on the railing, and it too will attack Steropi by biting at her quite successfully and stabbing with its spear. And damage as it takes a chomp. Not quite beef, certainly not prime, but it does get a mouthful of horse. There's a pun in there about looking a gift horse in the mouth, but I'm not going to look for it. Steropi, the initiative is yours.
Okay, I naturally am going to strike back this jerk who bit me on the butt when I wasn't looking.
Would you consider yourself to be an empire?
What?
You're striking back.
Oh, maybe. And then I have an extra attack.
Are you... Oh, yeah, okay, it's dead.
Jesus.
Which one was that? 10? Oh, yeah,
10.
okay.
And
Brute's
then I
no
have some
joke.
Yeah, as cuts it in half, bisected,
I have
fish
some
guts
move-
everywhere. You have some movement.
I have some movement, so I move up here.
Okay.
Finish my first action. My final attack. Then I'm gonna use my War Priest to have a bonus action for another attack.
One that you've knocked unconscious. Is that what I'm seeing here? Yeah. Okay.
Is he unconscious or is he dead? Because it says
Dead,
status
dead.
dying. Okay. And that was 1, 2. I still technically have movement left. Was 15 movements. That would be another 5, 10. I could get there. Gonna move here and take my action surge to attack the captain.
Okay.
And I get another attack. And one more.
Wow.
And that will end my turn.
Hey. Might hurt. Priestess. Oh, that was the wrong one anyway. Damn it. 45 feet. So, she does a little chant and calls out some words in a strange language. Nobody understood that.
I
See,
certainly did not.
in 5. So they are restored with healing magic. Healed. Then doesn't have anything else she can do really. So she's like going to. Oh, it's touch. Gross. Oh, so no guidance boop. She's going to pass her turn. Priestess number 2. This, target this, target. He's going to do very much the same thing. Everybody up a little bit.
Fifth level counterspell.
Wish you had said that before I healed everybody.
I had to
'Cause now-
measure the range and see if I was.
Well, interrupt me next time because now I have to go through all of them and undo. the
I didn't know
healing.
like if you were casting healing magic or not with the first one, and then I didn't know you were gonna do it again.
10. Nine. Okay. So yeah, her spell fizzles out, and she lets out a hissing shriek. What else can she do? Anything? No. Because if I didn't have anything ranged, so he's still banished, and Rogar has the initiative. Oh no, top of the round. Shit. 10 feet. That's. Yeah, so the two ships are actually going to smash into one another, which unfortunately for Sahagin 1, Sahagin 5, and Sahagin 6 means that they have become fish cakes. And 5, 1, and 6. 6. And I mean, like, the two ships just, like, lurch together. So I need everybody on deck to make dexterity saving throws. Saved. Rogar and
Add a-
Steropi.
Well, add a
Oh.
d6 to mine.
Okay, so Steropi has saved. Unfortunately, Rogar is going to go tumbling overboard as the crashing of the ship just sends him hurtling into the water.
Well, wouldn't it hurtle him onto the other ship if they came together?
Well, they didn't come together perfectly. Like the nose of the enemy ship and the aft end of yours slammed together. I can't really adjust the map to show it. But like based off the way the whirlpool is pulling, it just pulls the two of them together. But no.
Okay.
I guess we can see. Let's see. Let's see. I'll give you a 50-50 chance.
Okay.
You want high or low?
I want low.
Okay. Then you are in the water.
Okay. Whereabouts, or does it matter?
Let's toss you... Oh, let's scatter dice. Right there.
Okay.
Because the two ships smash into one another and then bounce apart and continue to swirl and twist in the whirlpool itself. So you now, I believe, are going to have to save against the whirlpool as well.
Okay.
Does
Sorry,
not-
what is it? To save?
I think
15.
Homer can target you and cast it again.
Oh, okay. That works.
Actions.
Succeeded on his strength save, so that's good.
Oh, do I need to cast the actual thing?
I think you need to roll the damage.
This?
Made the save, but there you go. So take 6 more damage, being bludgeoned by the water, but you are not trapped, which is good.
Okay.
So the ships crash together, and then now it's your initiative.
Okay. I mean, first things first. We're getting out of here.
Oh shit! Hold on. I have to save for my Sahagin to see if any of them get tossed.
Okay.
3, 10, 9. Who's gonna get tossed? Gonna scatter everybody in the same direction, so I don't have to roll. Is fine. 10. Tossed right back in. But he had already done it. Oh, this is a new turn, so yeah, now you can go ahead and roll the damage against the Hug and 10 thing.
Alright.
9 saves and the Mind Flayer saves.
Oh, 10's about to get fucked.
Oh yeah, he's dying. Basically to death.
Poor guy.
Yep.
So much to live
If only
for.
Poor
he got
bastard.
healed.
I don't know that it would have been enough. Oh no, it would have. It would have. He would still be alive. Okay, so now that I've actually done what I was supposed to do, Rogar, go ahead.
Okay. We're gonna Misty Step just onto board, basically.
Okay.
Right there. And I'm going to attack Just what the thing that's in front of me. Where's my actions? There we go.
Priestess 2. Okay. That's a critical hit.
Nice.
Okay, and that is going to be divined right here. I have to put that on myself, I believe, and now I can roll damage.
Looks like you have murdered her, or at least attempted to. You've caused her a great deal of distress by not only sliding metal into her fleshy bits, but also causing a magical explosion to like radiant light, because it is radiant damage, right?
It is, yeah.
Yeah. So just like the sword chops in, and it's got like that white flame to it, and then all of a sudden there's just like this burst of light that sends fish guts flying in every direction, and she just kind of sinks to the deck.
You.
Nice. Let's see if we can do it again with the extra attack.
Is a hit.
Okay, and do I have to put it on myself again? I do.
I know it doesn't matter because they died anyway, but it didn't do the crit damage after he added the effect.
It doubled it. It did 2 rolls for damage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think the smite damage is doubled. Just
The smite
just the
isn't,
weapon
no.
damage.
Yeah.
So you have done the same thing there. You have defished the enemy ship.
Sweet. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. Well,
Jeremy Crawford says Paladin can hit with a crit and choose to smite and double the dice.
really?
Good to know. Still doesn't matter in that case, but yes, that's cool.
Yep.
That's
Uh,
broken.
That's
Okay.
what smite's for.
Be broken. Yeah, I guess.
yeah, you're just meant to front load all of
It
your
is kind
damage.
of their thing, honestly. So, it
Yeah,
makes
but
sense.
are sneak attack dice doubled on a crit?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Then that's totally
That makes
fine for
sense.
5th edition.
Mm-hmm.
If they weren't, I was gonna house rule the shit out of it. But oh, okay. So the Mind Flayer captain, who should be targeting Sailor 3, yes, is going to extract Sailor 3's brain.
Oh Lord.
Oh, no.
That
No,
was a
he needs
lot
that.
of fucking dice.
Yeah, that's what they do.
As Steropi, being right there, witnesses the creature's tentacles just rip away at the skull and pull the creature's brain into its, and just devours the brain of this sailor that you've been traveling with for 2 weeks now, basically 3 weeks. He then turns to look at Steropi and vanishes, only to appear back on board his ship.
I think I might lose my brains, gentlemen.
Hi, Pupper. Oh, I can't make them invisible because they're allies. Oh, that's fine. He's dead anyway. He's brainless.
Mm-hmm.
This thing. Famous. Oh, that's how I can choose turns individually. Good. No.
I think you can like drop the initiative token onto someone.
Like, there's a little button on the side I can click on as well, beside each portrait.
Neat.
Yep.
That's good to know for sure.
Okay, well, him teleporting kind of changes what I wanted to do.
I know,
How
right?
far are you, buddy? 70. It's stupid that I gotta move my fucking character to see how far it is.
Yeah.
If you just target him, it'll show you how far.
Yeah, if you just control
that's
click him,
true,
it shows it.
He's definitely in range, and knowing what he is highest priority threat. Therefore, Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Yeah!
Hey, a 10.
And I get 4 of these at 17.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dang.
Pew 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 pew.
Yeah!
Woo!
Nice. Good job.
Awesome.
You woke up and did the thing.
Yeah, as he fires eldritch bolts of energy and pew 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 pews until the mind flayer is knocked quite visibly unconscious and dying, pierced by several of the eldritch bolts of energy.
And for my bonus action, I will just now notice I am not wearing pants.
Would you
Quite
call that
nippy out here, you know.
I'm not going to make that joke. Never mind. All right, you finished?
Yep.
All right, Ding, you're up.
Okay. Well, first I'm gonna do what I know I'm gonna do while I think about the rest, which is my knife is gonna stab this mind flayer. Stab, stab.
Well,
Isn't it an auto crit because he's unconscious, though?
If he had hit, it automatically rolled at advantage.
Okay.
oh my god.
He rolled
well.
a 7 and a 3, so. As the spiritual knife stabs into the deck, as the natural nerve endings of the mind flayer cause its tentacle to twitch to the side at the last second.
And then I'm gonna use Sacred Flame on it.
Okay. Despite the fact that there are living enemies.
Yeah, I'm
On-
wondering why you're attacking something that looks unconscious/dead.
You don't know if it can get up.
Yeah, man, it's still there.
Okay.
He auto fails the deck save. So.
Status dying 1.
Yep.
Burn.
He has automatically failed one of his death saves. Alright, are you finished?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Sailor 1 is unconscious.
Look, I liked that dude. He's brain he ate.
Hey, Sterope is dumb, okay? She sees somebody fall down dead, she's gonna assume they're dead.
Where are death saves? Are these? They're It's under effects? Oh. Yeah, where are death saves?
I mean, on our character sheet, they're at the bottom.
Yeah, I guess NPCs.
Oh, does a mind flayer count as a humanoid?
No,
Okay.
they're aberrations.
Okay. I have warlock mechanics I'm forgetting about.
Let me make sure, but I'm yeah, they are not they're aberrations, not humanoid.
Okay.
Okay, so death saves, is that a con save or just a con check? Let's see.
Death saves are just a straight D20 roll, aren't they? There's no modifier.
Uh All death saving throws. Death saving throws, blah blah blah. Not tied to any ability score. Roll a d20, 10 or higher. Okay, that's fine. Hey, that's a nat 20.
Nice.
If you roll a 20, you regain 1 hit point. So, Sailor 1, conscious. They gasp back to life, basically like all right, Sailor 2. They were fine. They're going to load their ballista. And Sailor 3 is dead. Very, very dead.
Sailor 3, no.
I don't think I have any spare NPC names for Sailor
Howard.
Do you
3.
want one from my list of fake names?
No, I'm using those for things. Baynard the Boring.
No, I mean my list
No,
for
no, no.
Seamus.
No. Baynard the Boring.
Baynard,
is
no!
is no more. Now Baynard the Brainless.
Oh no.
The Hagen 1, where are you? Why doesn't it? There's 2. There's 3. 5. And 1. Why is 1?
Where is one?
Here's
Oh.
1.
I won.
They're entirely undamaged, though. And I feel like that's wrong.
Were they not crushed by the ship?
Oh, yeah, they were. Okay. I just need to delete them. Dead, but I'll deal with that later. 2, I believe, was cast into the water. Yeah, 2 was knocked overboard. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and yeah, fuck it. Since he was doing mostly swimming. And he's going to attack Seamus. Chomping and... Wow.
Yeah, foresight.
Woo!
Like, not only that, but both natural ones.
Oh,
As
dang.
Seamus just displays an otherworldly understanding of what's about to happen and moves like a full second before the creature even attacks. So it bites thin air and thrusts at nothing. Still on deck. Oh, there's no point. 1. Or he's going to attack Ding.
Me?
Dang, no.
Bite and stab. The bite hits. Taste of bird, perhaps for the first time in his fishy life.
Spitting out feathers.
Yeah. Not quite to his taste. 4, so. 7. Actually, I can actually do something.
I get an opportunity attack for him coming into my reach.
Okay, go ahead. You can hit on a 4. Take a chunk out of him, just carving away like a Christmas ham, or in this case, a salmon fillet. I don't know. It'd be like some sort of ham fish, maybe like whale or a sunfish or shark, carving a big chunk out. Regardless, he's gonna bite back terribly, I might add, and as he just bites the blade of the halberd coming in to attack him, so maybe he's missing part of his lower jaw. As he stabs with the spear, he is at least successful in that venture. 5 is dead. 6 is dead. 7 is dead. 8. 5, 6. Steropi.
Now I don't get another opportunity
Correct, because
attack,
that's a reaction.
Right.
Bite hits. Not. Takes a sizable chunk of horse flesh. Steropi now bleeding from multiple wounds. Rips and tears a bit of hide away. 9. Longer targeting Taylor. Chomps? Oh. Not targeting? Thanks. I'm pretty sure 22 hits. Ooh, and then a critical spear thrust.
Ow.
As Steropi is quickly ganged up on and swarmed by the creatures. Dead. And now Steropi has the initiative.
Okay. Well, this guy that I already took a chunk out of is going to be first up.
Which one? 4?
Number 4.
Do you see the little colored dots in the bottom right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you guys could see those or not.
Well, second verse same as the first.
Thud your
Wow.
halberd into the ballista, and then yank it free and find it buried in the deck.
This is
Okay.
too many ones recently.
So that was second verse, same as the first.
Let's try a third one, I suppose. Here we go.
Third attack as you yank the halberd blade free of the deck and pivot to swing. Definitely cleaves an arm from your enemy.
And then with my War Priest, I get one more attack. So I will attack number 9 down here.
Okay.
The halberd.
And yet another Sahagin felled at the mighty centaur's halberd.
I don't like it when people stab me, so I stab them back.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're
That
not
makes
doing much
sense.
stabbing so much as hacking.
Right, hacking and slashing.
Yeah.
And that will end my turn.
Okay. Priestess is dead. Priestess is dead. Top of the round. Whirlpool.
Is that that's not a concentration spell, is it?
I don't know. Control water.
It is. So I should have rolled when I got stabbed.
It should have rolled automatically.
Hmm.
I might have not added the concentration effect to him.
Oh,
Yes, I didn't press that button. You're right.
oh.
That's what happened. So... Yeah. So... I need to roll that.
That's a con save, isn't it?
I think so,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a con save. What is the DC on concentration checks?
He took 2 damage, so it'd be a 10 DC.
10 or half. Okay, so all right, then yes. You maintain.
All right.
Percentile dice says that the ships crash together again. So everybody on deck make a dexterity saving throw.
God damn, I just realized banishment is too. When I was thrown off, I needed to do one.
I get to re-roll my doodad.
Oh, it didn't roll.
I'll go ahead and do your concentration.
Okay.
Nat 20, yes.
Why did you make 2 dex saves?
I got to re-roll because
I'm guessing Indomitable.
Yes. But I would have had to have used the second roll, which I am going to because it was a nat 20. So there.
So it looks like nobody's tossed this time. And none of my Sahagin are either. Oh, but I have a sailor who's conscious. Oh, I guess the other one's body would ragdoll off. Ploop.
Baynard, no!
This one.
Well, I guess it's
being-
the same as the burial at sea anyway, so.
Okay. So yeah, Baynard is in the water. The other 2 sailors are fine. The other Sahagin are fine. There were no Sahagin in the water to get pancaked. Top of the round. Rogar, you are up.
Okay. Need to see how far that is. 40. 35 to the side of the deck.
Wait, Rogar, you made a Constitution save for your concentration, but not a Dex save for the ships hitting.
I'm not... Oh, did they hit again? Okay.
Yeah, yes.
That not roll? Okay, let me try that again.
I saw it roll. There it is.
There it is.
I think Paul might be having some connection issues because your Discord is getting warbly too.
Is it? Oh, crap.
Yeah,
Great.
You're
that's my
okay
guess
now.
anyway. Yeah, you're okay now. I think you may have just had a momentary spike.
Gotcha. Okay. So hear me out. I want to jump off the ledge here and then Misty Step onto the deck here. Is this something you'll just let me do, or do I have to roll
What
something
are
for
the
it?
casting components of?
Of Misty
Yeah.
Step? Okay, it is...
Also, are the boats closer now? Since they've crashed. into each other?
They're like crashing and then spinning around one another, so I'm just gonna keep it at the same distance.
Gotcha. That's fair.
It's just vocal. That's a bonus.
So just verbal? Then
Yeah.
yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so...
You
I...
leap,
pretty cool.
shout your Misty Step word, and poof, there you go.
Okay, so since I've already used up 5, I can still make it here. Okay, I'm gonna make it here and attack this dude.
Okay. Molly, it's 40 minutes. Go away. Smite him.
Yep.
Get radiant expired. Oh, because it's getting rid of the effect now.
Yeah. So 12 damage.
Okay.
And then I will do another hit for a second attack.
Another hit.
And this one, I'm just going to do normal damage. I was gambling that it would be enough.
Gambled right. Seems to have downed the creature. You thrust, plunge your blade through its chest or through its back. And the other end emerges.
And that's the end of my turn.
Imagine Ding's delight. Okay. Death save. Failure. Where's your conditions? Why doesn't he have... I thought he had, like... Conscious dying 1. Maybe it's a status and not a condition?
Yeah, it must be.
Targets. Attributes. Whatever, it's fine. He's one more closer to death. If you guys feel like finishing him off, Seamus, the initiative, it appears, is yours.
Okay. Gotta draw some arrows.
Well, just you can always target unless you're specifically
No,
targeting
it's
inanimate
a
objects.
specific thing. How far this one thing can get me. That would be 60 there. So I will bonus action far step. To the other ship.
Okay.
Move pointers, and then I have plenty of movement. And I'm a stab the unconscious man.
Okay. Yep. Dead now, because that's a third failed death save. Get a gurgling death rattle.
You, as the one person in the fight who knows how dangerous that guy is.
Will it actually make him dying too? Yeah, and I'm already here, so let's just... There we go.
You're just going to gratuitously stab the body?
Yes.
Stab, stab, stab,
Yes.
stab.
Purple ichor blood just spurts out unceremoniously.
That's
And I'll
for
end my turn there.
Baynard.
Okay. Ding, you're up.
So, okay. Three. So I can just step over this body, right? Because he's dying.
Yep. As long as you don't stand on it.
5, 10, 15. All right, and I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna cast Water Walk onto our sailor. I think.
The dead one?
Is he dead?
That's
Yeah.
That's the one that
Baynard.
had his brain eaten.
Oh yeah.
If you look in the bottom right, it's like uncolored. That means they're dead or out of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dying.
Mhm.
Oh, there's actually a little, like, Look at his status. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Oh,
So
it's
on
got
the
two
bo-
little
the-
X's for
Yeah.
eyes. Oh, how funny.
Also, I just learned if you hover over a token and scroll your scroll wheel, it rotates it.
Yep. It's fun.
Well, I guess he's gone.
Yeah, I think so. There still are 2 Sahagin that are alive.
Which one? 2 and
8.
8 up here by me,
Alright.
or rather down here by me.
all right. Then I'm going to rethink this turn. 10, 15, 20. And I will use Sacred Flame on this guy.
Failed. A lot of. That's a lot of flame. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
As it bursts into flame and turns into ash. Okay.
And then my knife starts moving back across the water. I think it's
Okay.
about halfway.
20
whatever.
feet, right?
Yeah. So over halfway, but
Yeah.
just hanging out there.
Yeah. All right. Killer 1. Only just regained consciousness. Gonna go grab a bolt and load it. Sailor 2. Let's see. Is that within range? Or is that telling me?
Please don't shoot me.
That would just be terrible, wouldn't it? Oh, 95 feet. Yes, that is within range. Hey, it wasn't a 1. Hmm. Okay. $19 damage. Oh, that's enough to moiter it. So Steropi, as you're standing there squaring off against this Sahagin, suddenly it grows a monstrous appendage that bursts from its chest like a third arm. Only it's pointed and shiny and definitely metallic, and you are suddenly covered in fish gore as it crumples to its knees and falls to the deck.
Awesome.
I think that's all of your opponents.
Technically, the banishment's gonna unhappen at some point.
Well, yes. You have 5 rounds or 30 seconds before that happens. What do you guys do for 5 rounds?
I'm going to probably cast Prayer of Healing on myself and Sailor 1.
Oh, you. So I mean, you like I said, you have 5 rounds. So
I want to search the captain's pockets.
I'm going to end the whirlpool.
Makes
Molly,
sense.
shut up! You are so annoying. Whirlpool ends.
Prayer of Healing's a 10-minute cast time, by the way. as a
Is it?
cleric in the other game. That's why it's annoying. Because I always want to
Oh, I
cast
thought it
it,
was-
but I never can.
Oh, no, you're right. Okay. Never
Yeah.
mind.
It's a pain too, because it's so
That's fine,
good.
'cause I didn't. Yeah. I was like, dang, this is a good spell.
Yeah.
Doot, doot, doot. Nope.
I'm gonna cure wounds myself.
Give me a second here, because we need to count the actions out, but I'm trying to find if there's already this.
Okay.
Doesn't
was a
look
shit
like they
roll.
include any. All right, so I have in order Serope's first, because she was the only one that still had an action for the turn. What are you doing?
Well, since I can't do prayer of healing, can I search the bodies of the 3 fish guys next to me?
Why are you guys searching instead of just bailing?
Bailing what?
Just leave. He's not. He'll appear where he was banished.
Well, we can't go anywhere until Seamus comes back on the boat.
All right. Okay.
I can use for my control water, instead of ending it, I can use it to flood to create a wave to carry both ships away for the rest of its duration.
So,
Okay.
quick question: when he comes back from banishment, does he come back in the literal spot he was banished?
Yes.
Okay, so he won't come back on the deck of our ship then, as long as the
Not
deck of the ship
necessarily,
isn't
no.
there. Yeah.
If the ship moves, then he'll just come back wherever he was in
Into
the water,
water.
I guess.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's fine. We know he can swim.
How considerate of you. Um. That's perfect. That is actually perfect. Okay, so you search the bodies of the Sahagin near you, the 3 of them, and find between them 7 wheels of cheese,
Yeah!
3 spears, and a soggy journal that has been waterlogged and is illegible. Okay, so after Sterope, Rogar.
Yeah, I'm gonna heal myself with that shitty cure wounds
Okay.
roll I did.
Okay. Seamus, searching Mind Flayer. You find what appeared to be random, like... Actually, you know what? I wonder if you would know. I wish there was a streetwise skill.
Didn't there used to be?
Yes.
Yeah.
Gather information.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a survival check.
Ugh.
It looks like he has he's got a small pouch on him, and inside the pouch, like it's not even really a pouch so much as like a folded leather, like a tool belt that can roll up into itself. So you find that and you open it, and it's just like fishing tackle. Along with a magnifying lens, what looks to be some glass vials of odd looking like minerals or grains of some sort. and 19 gold pieces and 3 platinum pieces. And then on his fingers are several like average pieces of jewelry, like silver with maybe like an agate or something, and another one might be like copper with a garnet.
With Eldred's sight, are any of them magic?
No,
Are any of them gold?
he has 19 gold pieces.
No, I mean any of the
and
rings gold.
Say one of the 6 is gold.
Okay. I will take that and then far step back onto the ship.
Okay. So you leave the glass vials, the magnifying lens, and everything else?
Oh no, I'm taking those with me.
Oh,
to
okay.
The ring, and then bonus action. Far step back.
Okay. And then ding. You're changing the whirlpool to a wave.
Yes.
Okay.
A 20-foot tall wave that carries both boats with it forward.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope, that's my action.
Okay, so then that's going to put you guys far enough away that you're going to outpace the chief whenever he reappears, so we will call combat ended. Why is there not a clear all button? That would be so handy. Delete doesn't delete either. Anyway, it's fine. I can just close the map and that'll be more than enough. Okay. All right, so you guys have survived the attack of the pirates with only one true casualty. You have a severely wounded sailor on deck, one that is unharmed, and one below deck. Your ship, however, has suffered a fairly considerable amount of damage, being rammed by the whirlpool twice. And it is likely to play a factor in your upcoming navigation and exploration on your way to the Isle of Misfits. But with combat being ended, does anybody else want to do anything before we resume our travels?
Loot that ship.
Yeah, is it possible to cannibalize the enemy ship to repair our own?
You could spend a couple of days doing that, but you're going to be doing repairs at sea with a wounded sailor and down a man.
Well, I can heal our sailor.
Okay. Well, nobody said anything, so.
Well, I'm saying it right now.
What are we paying a doctor for?
Remember, she's a mundane doctor, primarily. She does have some healing ability, though. But you can ask her if she'll attend to him.
Well, I'm gonna use that prayer of healing roll that I
Okay.
did to heal the sailor number 1 for 15. Does that get him back up to
Yeah,
at least
sure. He's
moderate
healed.
health, or
Yeah, actually, I think that fully heals him.
okay? So he's fully healed. I think considering that we have just a week until we reach the Isle of Misfits, we don't necessarily have to cannibalize the other ship.
Mhm.
But, remembering that we don't necessarily know. Well, I guess if we resupply at the Island of Misfits, we could, make repairs there. What do you guys think?
I think we should at least loot the other ship for anything that we can get quickly off of it.
Okay. Maybe they even have
At
some
minimum.
extra supplies or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Both ships are taking on a small amount of water, but the Express will at least be able to limp its way based off of a cursory glance.
Okay, so I think we're just gonna loot the other ship and then move on.
Okay. So then on the other ship, you find 834 gold pieces in a few different chests. 9 casks of dwarven ale. 14 bolts of linen cloth. A small jewelry box of gemstones, just assorted gemstones. A gold ceremonial dagger with a large gemstone pommel, and an onyx ceremonial dagger with a large gemstone pommel. And then in the captain's quarters, in addition to the fishing tackle that was found before, are several fishing rods and what appears to be a bone comb set.
Like whalebone or like...
Oh,
Huh?
would you know?
No. Okay.
Were there any
I-
diamonds in those gemstones?
Nope.
Okay.
I want to keep an eye on Seamus to make sure that he doesn't take all the gold for himself, but kind of divides it evenly between everybody.
How much was there? 800.
834.
I've already
Uh,
closed that page, so don't ask me anything else.
Okay. I'm going to try and sleight a hand a bit more for my share.
Sure. You can get an extra handful. So, I don't know, what, 10 gold pieces? So there were 824 gold pieces then.
And then that would be 206 for everyone.
Okay.
After the battle, you find the courier waiting below deck along with the other sailor. Other than that, you guys should be good to go. Are we ready to resume our travels?
I believe so.
I think
Okay.
so.
In that case, let's go ahead and take our break, and then we can feed these animals, and we can come back in 10. That work for everyone?
Sure.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. 25.